Why are you dancing?
Because it's update video time, baby! Alright, so I gotta show you guys what I've added to my collection over the past, month and a half since last we talked. Not a whole lot. I tried to not buy movies in January, but you're about to see how that turned out. So first thing I got is the Lucio Fulci collection on Blu-ray. This is a 3-disc set. It's got City of the Living Dead, House by the Cemetery, and The New York Ripper. So I've seen House by the Cemetery and The New York Ripper. Actually, I've never seen City of the Living Dead, but you know I'm trying to watch it. But New York Ripper is really, really good. It's a really violent slasher movie, and the killer in the movie, he quacks like Donald Duck before he kills people. So you can imagine the joy and pleasure that I take in this film. House by the Cemetery is really, really good. It's got a lot of great gore effects. I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember enjoying it. So I got that and really stoked. It's Blue Underground, so you know that video quality is going to be on point. A little 3-disc set. Very sexual. Gotta love it. So, and then the next one I got is Lost Highway. Haven't watched it yet. Catching up on David Lynch films. But this was a Kino Lorber sale. Kino Lorber Blu-rays and DVDs were half price. So I got this hooked up for $10. Really excited to watch it. Yeah, it's I'm closing in. I'm getting to like the final 4 David Lynch movies that I have to see before I can say that I've seen them all. So I'm really, really excited. As you can imagine, I'm freaking out. So then I got Matinee. This is a Shout Select title. It's got John Goodman, and it is a great movie. I just watched it this weekend, and it's really cool. It's kind of like telling the story of, like, you know, back in the 50s and early 60s, they would have what were called spook shows. And at spook shows, it was like movies like House on Haunted Hill and stuff like that. During the scary parts of the movie, like a skeleton would come flying down, or like somebody dressed as a skeleton would go around the audience and freak them out and stuff like that. So it was like kind of theatrics to go with the theatrical presentation. So it uses this, like that story, and then the backdrop of the Cold War. So it's a really, really cool movie because it kind of juxtaposes, like, you know, real fear, like something that's really scary, like the end of the fucking world because of nuclear annihilation, with like a horror movie fear, you know, like, and so it kind of shows like these people around town protesting, like, you know, the horror movies and saying like, oh, these are no good, it's rotting our kids' brains. But in the meanwhile, we're in the Cuban Missile Crisis where, you know, fingers are on nuclear bombs. So it's a really interestingly done movie. It's kind of like puts into perspective what really matters, you know, the world around you or the movies that we see. And John Goodman does a really great job as the director of these movies. And it's really, really good. The only thing I didn't like was the ending was a little bit over the top for my taste. And if it's over the top for my taste, you know it's fucking crazy. But it was a really good movie. Really glad I picked it up. I picked it up as a blind buy. Just so I knew like what it was about, and I was really interested in seeing it. Just because even though I never lived through the 50s and 60s, I kind of have this weird nostalgia for it. So that was really cool. This is my baby. I got Freaked, and I was really, really excited because this movie in America, the Blu-ray release by Anchor Bay, is long out of print, DVD and Blu-ray, goes for like $200, $300 on eBay. I thought that I was never going to get Freaked, and Freaked is a hilarious movie. It's got Alex Winter as a star. I'm not 100% sure, and this is all in Spanish, but I think he directed it, but I'm not sure. I know he wrote it. And this movie's hilarious. It's a really underseen movie. It's really, really funny. If you like the humor of Bill and Ted, but you liked also humor that's really amped up and almost cartoonish, this is the movie for you. It's got, the humor in it is fucking crazy. Imagine if David Lynch made the weirdest comedy ever, and you'd probably get something like this, but with the, you know, crazy rapid-fire brain weird shit of like 80s MTV mixed with it. So I think it's a really good movie. How did I get this, you might be asking? I actually found a loophole, and let me tell you about this amazing loophole, guys. Spain. You can get Blu-rays of movies that are out of print here or have never come to Blu-ray imported from Spain, and a lot of the time they're region-free. So I picked that up for $30, as opposed to getting the American release for like $300. So you can imagine how excited I was. Also, True Lies, which has never come to Blu-ray in America, you can get imported from Spain because they're not following the same rights and stuff that America is. So the Spain loophole is a very interesting thing that I'm fully exploring right now. And unfortunately, it's the reason why I can't stop spending all my money. My wife is really excited about it. But yeah, the only thing is with that Freaked Blu-ray, it's missing my favorite joke in the movie. I don't know if it was too much for Spain censors or what the deal is, but my favorite part in the movie, and you know, earmuffs if you haven't watched the movie yet, but my favorite part in the movie is when he tells, you know, he's going on his goodbye tour or whatever, and he's telling people like, oh, I loved you, and I'll miss you, and all that kind of stuff, and then he gets to the giant nose, and he's like, hey, I never really liked you, and the nose cuts him off, shouts over him, suck my dick. Every time that part happens, I literally die laughing, and that, for whatever reason, is not on the Spain release, so that's the only thing. When it does come to Blu-ray here, hopefully one of these days, it gets a reprint. I'm going to buy it, but this will get me through until then. Alright, rant over. So, I got Miss Doubtfire on Blu-ray. I haven't owned this movie on DVD, VHS, anything like that, and it's kind of an injustice, because this is a great movie. It's an all-time classic. I don't know why I've never owned it. But don't worry, quit throwing rocks at me. Don't boo me anymore, because I finally have got it on Blu-ray. Watch, now that I've got it on Blu-ray, they're going to drop it on like 4K like next week, because that's my fucking luck. But I'm really excited about this. I love this movie. It's a childhood favorite from mine. Childhood favorite of mine, not from mine. Wild at Heart is the next one I picked up. It's another Shout Select, another David Lynch movie that I gotta watch. Unfortunately, I have to watch this one alone, because my wife hates Nicolas Cage. I know, guys. She's perfect in every other way. Then the last thing I got, because I had to seize the deal, it was only $4.99 on Amazon. I had to pick it up. I had to pick up Uncle Buck. I haven't watched it yet, but I want to. It's the only John Hughes movie I haven't watched yet. I've seen all his other stuff. Really excited about that. So I can't wait to watch it, and I'll report back to you guys as fast as I can on what I thought of Uncle Buck. Yeah, so I'm really stoked about that. I want to talk to you guys about a couple things. It's Blu-ray related, but I don't have like a Blu-ray to show you, because these are issues that we need to discuss. One, I heard a lot of you guys haven't watched Possessor yet, and I'm fucking pissed about it. You need to watch Possessor, and it's free, well, free, on Hulu right now. So if you're already paying for Hulu, no more excuses. I don't want your fucking bullshit. Watch Possessor. It is the rated R version, though, so watch Possessor, have fun with it, and then go buy the unrated 4K and have even more fun with that. So that's my one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. My other thing, this is big news, guys. Kino Lorber, I've only just found out, is releasing Career Opportunities on Blu-ray, and Career Opportunities has not been on Blu-ray. It's an underseen John Hughes classic, only available on DVD. So if you haven't seen Career Opportunities, watch it and get excited for the Blu-ray release. I think it's June 22nd is coming out. It's coming on my cousin's birthday. And you know what I'm going to do for his birthday? I'm going to buy myself Career Opportunities. Anyways, that's the video, guys. Hope you love it. Like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff.